There was a tension in the room, to be sure. When the final vote happened, there was a cheer that went up. Supporters of this rulemaking backing Tom Wheeler and the two other Democrats who voted in favor of it. One of those people in the room taking part in all this, Steve Wozniak, of course. We know him as one of the co-founders of Apple, someone who understands the Internet and these issues very well. And I wanted to find out, drag Steve over here to get his immediate reaction. First of all, you made the decision to come all the way here to the FCC to witness this. Why did you come here?
I follow my heart. I've only done this sort of thing twice before, and the other time was in 2010 to the FCC meeting regarding net neutrality. I believe in the Internet was so beautiful when it first came, even when it was dial-up, even when almost nobody had seen it. It was such an open and free expression forum, and then over time it started getting closer and closer to getting clamped down. Decisions were being made by the ISPs, the gatekeepers you might call it, and do we trust them, and we trust them to make decisions? No, we need some kind of supervision of their bad behavior. Are they likely to make deals and accept bribes to show us stuff? Everyone knows, accept a little money and you give somebody preference on their channel, that's a bribe.
So you're confident that the rulemaking adopted today will in fact ensure an open and free Internet?
Well, I think that it's a big step, positive step. I think that the other side is also for open and free Internet in terms of net neutrality. The decision today goes a lot further than net neutrality. Title II regulation means oversight of bad behavior, not meddling, not controlling things, not making decisions, but looking for bad behavior. And there could be a lot of things that are illegal, that are unconstitutional behind the scenes in a lot of these big ISPs. And I don't think people trust them that much. But to me, more than anything else, this is a victory for the people, the consumers, the average Joes, against the big people, the suppliers who have all the power and the wealth and make the decisions for them, and they feel hopeless and helpless. And here, 4 million of us, sign petitions. And I see it as and it's an indication that the people can sometimes win. We've had a lot of defeats over the years, but once in a while we get a win.
Let me ask you about some of the criticisms we heard from the Republican commissioners.
Sure.
Get your take on it. One of them is that this is going to stifle investment, that you might not like the Internet service providers, but they are spending the money to create these pipes in the first place. That's going to dry up.
Tom Wheeler himself pointed out to an article in today's Wall Street Journal, which I'd read this morning, that said that we really don't think it's going to matter, make any change. No, I don't think this is running their business. I think all it is basically having some oversight of bad behavior when they do bad things for the people and the customers.
And what about the notion that this is a solution to a problem that doesn't yet exist, that people can't really document the notion that throttling and discrimination is happening right now on the web?
There's a lot of validity to that, but there is a fear that it could exist, and there are maybe things in the background we don't even know about. Maybe it's been going on inside those companies because they haven't had enough oversight. We don't even know about it. As far as net neutrality goes, everyone agrees we need net neutrality. This is the right thing to do. There are bills by Republicans in Congress. Of course, after fighting it all they could for years and trying to overturn it, they now say, oh, it's the right thing to do just to guarantee at least that part of this decision, this order.
All right, let me just ask you finally, if you were trying to start a company today, the Apple of the future, will today's decision make that easier for the entrepreneurs of tomorrow to make that happen?
I don't think it make any difference, really. Yes, it would. Yes, today it would. In the early days, the whole industry was growing and starting from nothing, and everybody had a room to scramble to get in. After a while, it condenses down to a few big players, the big 800-pound gorillas, and they do everything they can to stifle and not let the little guys have a chance to get in, and the innovators from the outside. So I think it improves it, but slightly and only in restricted places. I don't think it, I'm hoping that it gets into things like broadband being able to be declared a necessity that should be brought to everyone. There's no big ISP that's going to bring broadband to my house. I live a short little Segway ride down a hill. When I go into town, I take a Segway down, not even a car. I'm that close, and I don't have broadband. I'm in Silicon Valley, and I don't have broadband because I have no choice. It's a monopoly. Basically, everyone who gets broadband, it's an essential service of life brought to you by one company. It's a monopoly, and that pipe, that's what I grew up with knowing. These were the utilities, the things that we needed for life that came into our house that we had no control over and we didn't have choice.